Shiny hunting in the Pokemon game series is easier than ever. So easy, in fact, that it's pretty trivial. But if you look at the trend and how shiny hunting has evolved over time, you can see that it's dug itself into this, really starting with the Sun and Moon series, in which they had the SOS battle system, which was the method you would use for shiny hunting, the main method, in which you would get into a wild Pokemon encounter, you would knock that Pokemon down to 1 HP. It would call other Pokemon to aid it in battle. You would knock out that arriving Pokemon, rinse and repeat, and eventually, there's a magic number. You get to like 70 or 80, and then your shiny odds increase. And you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until a shiny Pokemon shows up. I got really into this. This was the first time I got into shiny hunting. I think that the Sun and Moon version of shiny hunting was the most accessible way to do so yet. In previous games, I would look up how to do it, and I just thought it was too much time, too much effort, and I just wasn't interested in it. But the Sun and Moon games, I felt, were really the first attempt to make shiny hunting more of a mainstream thing, and I think it worked because there was a sort of a jump off from that point of more and more people getting interested in doing this. So I got really into it in Sun and Moon. I got really into it. I spent hours and hours looking for shinies. I think I ended up with maybe 30 in Pokemon Moon and maybe half that in Ultra Moon or Ultra Sun. I can't remember which one I played, but it's safe to say that I spent a lot of time doing it. And I enjoyed most of it, and I was looking forward to doing something similar. And then in the next games, I knew they probably wouldn't be doing the SOS battle system. I figured that they would come up with something new. And to be honest, I actually wasn't even thinking of anything for the Let's Go games. Like, I think I was so dissuaded from even being interested in them because of the Pokemon Go stuff, which I'm not that into Pokemon Go, so the Let's Go series didn't look that interesting to me. And one of the things that actually persuaded me to buy it was the way that you were going to shiny hunt in this game. So if you're clicking on this video, you probably want to know how you do that. How do you shiny hunt in the Pokemon Let's Go series? So you probably noticed in the game that when you catch more than one of the same Pokemon in a row, you obtain a catch combo. The catch combo is the crux of shiny hunting in this game. It is the pillar that holds it up. There's been a lot of misinformation, and a lot of it has settled down at this point, being a few weeks after release. But let's get the record straight on the magic numbers with catch combo. So as your catch combo increases, so do your shiny odds, but there is a limit. As you can see from this graph from Serebii.net, one of the best sources for Pokemon information, you are looking to get a catch combo of 31. That is the max combo that you want. You can go past that, of course, but going past that is not going to increase your chances. 31, you're at max odds. And you can see that every 10 or so that you catch in a row, that does increase your odds up to 31, of course. Your shiny rate with a lure up, so that's very important also, and we'll get into that in a second. Your shiny rate with a lure active at 31 combo is 1 in 315, which is really, really, really good odds. It's some of the best odds in a Pokemon game without having the shiny charm. But as you can see, when you do have the shiny charm and a lure up, it's 1 in 273. That's crazy. That's pretty damn good. So the goal of shiny hunting is to catch 31 of the same Pokemon in a row, and that's going to increase your odds of finding any shiny Pokemon in the wild. As long as you have a catch combo of 31, it affects your odds for every single Pokemon, not just the Pokemon that you've comboed off of. So for example, if you have a catch combo on Rattata or Pidgey or what have you, you can go to any other area in the game and it's going to increase your shiny odds there as well. It's not just located in one route, it's not located just for one Pokemon, it's going to affect your shiny odds throughout. It's important to note though that the more you catch of one Pokemon, the more you're going to see that particular Pokemon in that area. So in Viridian Forest, for example, if you catch combo off a Bellsprout, you're going to see way more Bellsprout than you would normally. So just to reiterate, 31 catch combo is the magic number. You can get it on any Pokemon, and that's going to affect your odds across the board. What you also need to remember is not to break your combo. There are a couple ways that this can happen. One, if the Pokemon flees from you, you can run from any wild encounter. It's not going to break your chain. Just do not let that Pokemon flee from you. 2, do not turn off your game. You can put your Switch into sleep mode, but do not exit out of the game. Everything else is fine. You can travel anywhere on the map, you can get into battles, you can run into other Pokemon. Just make sure you run away, do not catch them. So those are the tools and basics that you need to have and understand to successfully shiny hunt. Now, the next step would be to figure out where and what you want to shiny hunt. In my opinion, there are two ways to shiny hunt successfully. There is standing in one area and just running from any Pokemon that comes near you. And there's also resetting a route or area over and over again by walking in and out of a building. A good example of the former would be Viridian Forest. You can walk into the forest, as I am here, stand over to the left right near the entrance, pop a lure, and stand still. Now, lures, much like repels, only run out when you're moving. They count your steps. It's not time-based. So as long as you pop your lure and then stand still, you're not going to waste it by running all around. Using this method in Viridian Forest, I've so far found a shiny Caterpie, a shiny Pikachu, and a shiny Bellsprout. The times can vary. I think the shiny Pikachu showed up after 2.5 hours. The Bellsprout, same thing. And I got lucky with the Caterpie. As soon as I hit 31, it popped up like 10 minutes after. And the other method, which is a little less boring, and at least lets you move your hands a bit, is just walking in and out of an area to reset it and reset the spawns. There are a ton of great areas to do this. East of Celadon City, you can walk in and out of the building and find things like Growlithe or Vulpix, depending on the version you're playing. I've done it here myself, and I've found a shiny Vulpix, which is what I was going for. You can also get shiny Porygon. I think there's a Pidgey there. So that's a good area. The power plant also. I'm working on trying to get a shiny at the power plant right now. No luck so far, but I have a combo off of a Bellsprout, and I've just been going in and out of the power plant. And eventually a shiny will show up because the odds are pretty high. And I don't have the shiny charm. I've received, I think, maybe 10 or so shinies at this point, and I'm like only halfway through the game because I've been spending so much time doing this. Shiny charm obviously is a big help, but as you can see, not completely necessary. And that's really it. It's really easy to do. It can be pretty fun, and finding the shiny is awesome. I mean, it just feels good, especially if you're putting a lot of effort into doing so. And who doesn't want a shiny Pokemon? They're awesome. You know, some maybe not that cool, but some like this Ninetales, awesome, real good. So, you know, I'm going to be definitely spending some more time doing this. I may even stream some of it. But, you know, shiny hunting is an entirely optional part of the Pokemon game series. It could be something you're interested in. It could be too much of a time waste for you. It's personal preference. So if this is interesting to you, try it out. Let me know in the comments what you catch. And of course, if you have any questions, reach out to us and we'll be happy to answer. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we will see you in the next video.